Hello and welcome to my A to Z of things that I like. Starting at the top, A. I love Aspel cider. On the very rare occasion that Emily and I actually do go out, I do tend to drink Aspel cider. B. Love bananas. Really have become obsessed with them recently. My job is very active, so I need as much energy as I can get, and bananas really do help me through that. C. As you may have guessed from one of my previous videos, seen here, I really love cycling. I have my sexy Royal Mail bike. I get that out anytime I have a chance to. D. Love my drums. As some of you may be aware, I am in a band called the 4 O'Clock Robots, channel somewhere around here. Check out this lovely video that I did as a kind of compilation of what we get up to of band practice and gigs. I've got an acoustic set and an electric set. Now I'm going to be really tacky with E, and I'm going to have to go for, my other half. She definitely keeps me in order, stops me going and doing stupid things, most of the time anyway. If she's not about, I tend to do something very stupid. F, I've kind of got two for this, but they're very closely related. The first being family. The other F that I was going to go for, some of you have already met these guys. This is Waffles. Actually, another one has just shown his face. This is Chippy, a bit old and frail and stinky. There is another one, but I'm not entirely sure where he is at the moment. He's asleep somewhere. G, I love my gadgets. Any excuse to buy a new gadget, I will definitely be there. In fact, waiting on a new gadget at the moment. H is for horror films, especially the Japanese ones, because they know how to do their horror. If you're looking for a decent horror film and don't mind subtitles, may I recommend ones like Suicide Club, Battle Royale. The first one is much better than the second one, but check them both out. Very confusing film is Old Boy. You have to watch it a couple of times to actually understand what's going on. Then you've got like Ju-on, The Grudge, and Ring, which I think was 3 parts. Ring, Ring 2, and the prequel, Ring 0. All very, very interesting films, and make much more sense than the American ones. I is for iPhone and iPad, of which I'm using right now to help me do this video. If I didn't have a calendar on my phone, I wouldn't even show up or remember. And my iPad keeps the little one quiet. She knows how to use it far better than I do, which is really depressing. J, now I had a bit of a toss up between this one as well. It was either going to be one of my favourite bands, the Japanese Voyeurs, or it was going to be juggling. Now I can't do a lot of juggling, but of the juggling that I can do, I really enjoy doing it. I don't know if I've got things that I can juggle. I'm not going to juggle the ferrets. No, we'll stick with Japanese Voyeurs. Go and check them out because they are really good. Link here. Sticking with the music theme, K is for Korn. I grew up on these guys, and I'm sure a lot of you probably have heard of them, I hope at least, otherwise I feel really old. L is for lounging about or laying in, neither of which Emily or I tend to get a chance to do anymore. Again with a music theme, M is for the Monkees. Now a lot of you probably wouldn't have heard of these, but you may well have heard of the Beatles. The Monkees were a bit of a rip-off band of the Beatles. N I have used for 90s TV shows. Kenan and Kel, Blossom, Dinosaurs, Saved by the Bell, Animaniacs, Third Rock from the Sun, Rugrats, Ren and Stimpy, Dexter's Lab, Fresh Prince, Powerpuff Girls, The Wonder Years, Spin City with Michael J. Fox, and there are so many more. O is for online shopping, of which keeps me in a job and keeps me very happy and my wallet relatively happy. P is for, can you guess? I'm going to go with piercings. Q, took a bit of a liberty here. I've actually given one individual film its own separate mention, which is Quarantine. It's based on an original film called Wreck, which is a Spanish film, and scene for scene, it's pretty much exactly the same. R is for roller skating. My last video, which was my vlog, you can see me skating that if you want to see what my skates look like. S is for The Simpsons. Anytime that we go to sleep, have to have something on in the background, and a lot of the time that is The Simpsons. Emily and I will end up quoting Simpsons to each other most of the time. T is for tattoos. This is my tattoo video that I did, so if you want to know what tattoos I've got, go and have a watch of that one. U is for universal remotes. A while ago, Violet was playing with our remote control for the telly downstairs, and she unfortunately broke it. Now we have to get up every time we want to change the channel or the volume. Thankfully, I remembered that a while ago we bought a universal remote and never really used it. V is for video games. I'm an avid collector of retro video games and consoles, of which you can see here. We're in the process of changing one of the rooms into a kind of half video game room at the moment, so hopefully I can do a video on that in some time in the future. Can't wait to have all my consoles out on display, because at the moment they're locked in a cupboard with all my games. W is for Wednesday 13. I remember listening to him back in the day when it was Frankenstein Drag Queens for Planet 13, and then Murder Dolls took a lot of their songs and revamped them. Emily saw him way before I did. We've both grown up listening to him separately, so when we got together it was inevitable that we were going to go to a gig at some point, and she'd already been quite a few times before that anyway. X is for X-Men films. Really big fan of the films. I never really read comics when I was younger, only Beano and Dandy. Again, taking liberties with Y because, come on, I was struggling to try and find something that began with Y. Weird Al Yankovic. For those of you unfamiliar with Weird Al, he's an artist that does cover songs, but he makes them quite hilarious. He's done ones recently for, I don't know, Blurred Lines, and he did a cover of Happy, which he called Snappy, which featured Jack Black and some other comedians. I recommend you check out his videos actually, especially Amish Paradise, because the last scene he does completely in reverse and sings it. And I don't know how he gets the lip movements, it's incredible. And finally, Z or Z is for Zombies. A podcast that I've been listening to for a while is called Bunker Buddies. It deals with a lot of different scenarios depicting the end of the world, and a lot of the time zombies are brought up. I've always been fascinated with zombies. That's the end of this video. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, queries or comments, add them below. I guess I'll see you next week. Bye!